YouTube. So I've got the old proper mic set up. Oh, you can't see it because I put that there. So we're actually getting a proper look at my. This is the £1.82 Temu pedal. I should probably actually move that a bit closer to my face if I'm going to be talking into it, shouldn't I? That might be a bit better. Yeah, so like I said, these are the Delamo pedals. I've actually got one of my favourite pedals is this one here, which is the Fuzz, which I got paid 20 quid for, which is the sort of normal going rate. I think you might have to look about a wee bit to get them for under 20 quid, but that kind of ballpark. So I liked a few things about this. I like the fact it's Jobby Brown. Can he beat a Jobby Brown pedal? And I was looking at it. It's just called a vintage distortion. It doesn't actually say rat anywhere on it, but note that it's filter, not tone control, and also it's got solo R, turbo R, and normal R. R might be rat because I don't know if I'm not truly fully aware there's a solo rat, but there's definitely a turbo rat. So I've been using this for the last couple of weeks, and this is my original. Well, was it a 90s big box reissue? Worth 100 times what this one is. Or what I paid for it anyway, I would think. So there we go, clean. Using the Kraken because it's my favourite sitting down guitar. I think I'm overloading. Turn it down a wee bit. So the setting I've been using it on is, I assuming it's not touched since I moved it over from the board. I haven't touched any of the knobs. I have to say that the knobs don't do the same thing because I've been using this rat pedal for my whole life, and pretty much 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and adjusting this from sort of there to there makes any guitar sound good. The filter thing just seems to make a big difference. This one, I've got the volume and the tone down low, and what I'm saying is like when these two are at 12 o'clock, when you turn it on, it's not any louder than your clean signal. It's just distorted. Unity gain, is that what it's called? So this is what I would class as. This is what it says. It's on normal R, so it should sound like the rat pedal. I'm expecting this to do the same as what happened with the US Dream pedals. I'm expecting this to sound pretty good, be fantastic, and I'll plug that in, and it'll just be like 100,000 times better. But it could be the same. I did do a video before when actually one of my biggest video. I don't know if anyone watches it anymore, but it was the Mosky rat pedal, which was the wee mini one. I think it was 12 quid versus that. What I did was I recorded a loop on the loop pedal and then fidgeted with the two of them to make them sound the same. I could do that. If they're close, I'll do that. If it's anything like that US Dream thing, I won't be like that. It'll be like good and shit, basically. But I've been using this not too bad recently for the last couple of months, fine. Maybe a little bit more fuzz than a rat. See, there's this filter I'm talking about. Which goes the opposite way. It's like a tone control going backwards. There. Have we listened to the other modes? So this is Turbo Rat, which on the wee Mosky one I thought it sounded shit, never used it. Maybe turn the volume down a wee bit for that one. in the solo. Not as loud. Yeah, so I should have said at the start. This is these two pedals are. It's going from this pedal into this pedal, then going straight into the Orange TH30 with nothing else on. There's no effects, and it is going into my USB audio interface thing. There's no effects on that. If you do hear anything other than, I'm not sure which way around it goes, whether it's that speaker or that speaker, it should be coming out. For me, it's coming from there. So it's just the mic that's on the amp, and then this one will be picking up for your sort of reverby sound, and then there's one on the wall up there, which will be, again, milliseconds delay, making it a little bit bigger sounding than it actually does, but not much. Not effects. Real effects. Let's just hit the Rat pedal and see what it sounds like. I love the Rat, the way it's sort of fuzz, but not quite. It's more than distortion, but less than fuzz. That's not a bad. And I'm not using the Rat pedal the way what's his face uses it, Nuno, who has it barely on so that it just tightens up the bottom end. It's a little bit too accurate for me. I just like it because it's a nice distortion. My original thinking about using that pedal was my favourite amp, a Sovtek over there. It's a 60 watt amp, so it's all valves, so it's bloody loud. You can't, in the house, you can't turn it up till it starts distorting. That into the on half power on the low input mode, but it's a clean sound with a Rat on it, kind of sounds like what it does when you're playing it at proper volume without a pedal. So that's where whatever that kind of sounds like the Sovtek. Well, I think this is almost as conclusive as the two purple pedals, the US Dream ones. Yeah, they are remarkably similar, and I think maybe if you're recording or listening to it on your own amp, in a controlled environment, even for me, this is not normally where I sit. Normally, I'm standing there, pointing that way, so it's not 100% exactly the way I normally play the guitar. So it's slightly different, but I'm not really noticing a hell of a lot of difference between those two. Which is the idea of buying a Rat. The thing is that of all the pedals, I don't think Rats to buy new are or ever really have been expensive. Like, proper expensive for it being the Rat. One of the most famous of all pedals. They are like about 50 quid or 60 quid new for whatever the current model one is. So it's not like they were never hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I think maybe if you probably get you know, the first one that was handwriting on it or something like that, you probably pay thousands of pounds, but not for just a sort of normally one. And I think the circuit's pretty much exactly the same. So, and you're talking about, I'm reviewing this at 20 quid or 25 quid, and not at the £1.82 I paid for it. Yeah, so maybe what I'm finding out here is actually a rat pedal's maybe quite an easy one to copy. Um, for me, I mean, that is it's close enough to be. I'll bring the rat pedal. I might even get my Electroset thing out and put rat on it. I'll write it on in pen because, and I was saying there about using different amps and stuff like that. If it was playing through somebody else's amp in someone else's house and someone else's guitar, I'd not be able to tell the difference. I'd be able to pick out which one was the real one, even though I've managed to move the camera. Aye. Okay, maybe that'll be the sign of the end of the video when my the tape that's holding my camera onto this thing is failing me somewhat. But yeah, so I mean, I get Delamo for the win. I think one of these will cost you 100 quid, more than 100 quid for the big old fashioned one. Actually, I saw someone on Facebook Marketplace sell one for 150, and it was on. It had half the paint was missing off it, and it was, you know, this model, the big box, which, for all practical reasons, that takes up less room in your pedal board, plus costs. Well, if you get the Temu deal, £1.82. I don't know if it's in my head. I am here because this one I've had forever, 20 years or something like that. 25 years. I've owned this pedal. Um, Having this one sound just the same is kind of a little bit depressing. It's a wee bit. I want to say that it's a wee bit better, but hardly noticeable. But to be totally honest, I'm not sure it is noticeable at all. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that and just say, yeah. Oh, basically, I think it comes down to if you fancy a rat pedal, then you know, just you can just buy a rat if you like a rat. I do. I don't know if they're really that popular in the great wide world, but if you fancy maybe giving it a go, I don't know if I managed to pull that out of it somehow. Then I don't think there's really a case for, oh, I don't like this. I like this, but I don't like this. I don't think that's really possible. Like, okay, maybe, even if there is, you know, maybe if you're using different settings and stuff like that, there's a little bit more variance between the two. But ultimately, that is that and is that. So if you like, buy that for whatever you can get it for, 20 quid. And if it's your favourite pedal ever, maybe upgrade to the fancy one, if just for the sake of it. But I mean, I just don't think there's a situation where you go, oh, I can't use that. I need the real Rat. Why? It's the same fucking thing. I mean, a circuit's just a circuit. So okay, they've probably used, this will be all 90s capacitors and stuff, and this will be modern ones. But I mean, a capacitor's a capacitor, doesn't it? Maybe. I had to modify this one as well. I put a 9-pole switch in it so I could get a light that tells me when it's on. Because originally they didn't have it. Plus the other modes, which I've never used. I don't like the Turbo Rat one. It's for something else. It's like a different pedal. Maybe it isn't actually. Maybe it's just it's a slight modification. Yeah, so enjoy your Delabo Rat pedal. Rock on.